Welcome everybody back to the channel. It's an exciting time to be a VR enthusiast. Had some cool games drop this year. We got some more on the horizon. And I just finished one that dropped a couple of weeks ago. It was Metro Awakening VR. So let's get into that a little bit and see, was it any good? Was it worth $40? I haven't heard anything really bad about this game as far as other people talking about it. I can tell you right off the bat, I love this game. I thought it was amazing. Just a solid game. It was released, it was polished, it was ready to go. It's not buggy. There's no need to patch it up. It's just ready to go. I did experience a couple of glitches in the game, which were minor, which you experience in a lot of games. One, when I first started playing it early on, I lost sound, and I don't know where that happened, but I just restarted and never lost sound again. And one time I was stuck in a crate. My head went, I went into this. If you ever played Arizona Sunshine and you get too close to a wall and it kind of goes black, or you just see a lot of orangish colors and then you kind of step out of it. It was like that because Vertigo Games made both games. So it's their design, their thing. So it happened in both games. But in this particular instance, I was stealthing my way through this area, was crouched down, and I got stuck in this. I was crawling through by this crate, and I got stuck in that crate, and I couldn't see anything. It was just black and orange, and no matter what I did, I couldn't get out of it. And I tried walking around in my play space just to and it would not let me out. So I hit the options button on the controller, and then I just hit continue, and it snapped me out, and I was able to go on. So it was an easy fix. If that happens to you, in that instance, I did not have to restart the game. I just hit options, continue, and it kind of reset me in an area. So yeah, that was it. That was the only two problems I have with the game. They were very minor, very quick. Other than that, it was a very well polished game. So if you're not familiar, Metro is a pretty, I guess, fairly popular flat screen first-person shooter series. I've only played one of them. I think I played 2033. And it was a good game. I enjoyed it. So when I saw they were coming out in VR, I thought, hey, count me in. I'm ready. And it's based on a book by, it's from the Russian perspective. If you lived in Russia and there was a nuclear war, what happens afterwards? And so basically a lot of the ground has been contaminated with radioactive activity, and so everybody is living underground in the metro, the train station. Basically, it's like a subway system over there called the metro. And so in that world, you've got train stations, you've got underground tunnels that lead to different places, and you got all this stuff. So that's kind of your new world. And of course, with radioactive fallout, you got creatures that may turn into that weren't there before, animals you have to fight that used to not be there. So apparently radiation does some crazy things to to stuff. But it was a good storyline. The storyline was, you could tell they took their time to really put a story into this game. It wasn't like, just throw some stuff out there and have some people say some things. They really thought this through. And it was good. One of the things in these new wave of games that are coming out, I played mine on PlayStation VR2. And I think one of the things since the PSVR2 has come out, everybody's been looking for a Half-Life Alyx equivalent. If not, get Half-Life Alyx brought over to the PSVR2, which hasn't happened yet. Haven't heard that it's going to happen, so don't hold your breath. But we keep looking for a game that's going to be as good as that one. And this game, to me, it's close. It's not quite, I would say Half-Life Alyx still has some things going for it that this game doesn't. But it's still a good game. It doesn't take away from Metro being a good game. It's a solid game. There was one thing in Metro I enjoyed more than Alyx, and that is the shootouts with the other enemy, human enemies that you had to fight in the game. Those shootouts are really fun, and to me are better than the shootouts I remember having in Alex. Now, Alex has got some good shootout stuff in it, some stuff going on. But this one, I thought the shootouts were better. They just were. Now, Alex does have some puzzles to solve as you go throughout the game. This game really didn't have any puzzles. There really no puzzles. Fairly linear path. Once you kind of go, it kind of tells you where to go. There are some places where, especially towards the end, where it's more wide open and you can go around this way or back around that way, or you can take this tunnel and go around this way. I think it all kind of leads to the same place. And scavenging is not really highly rewarded in this game. So, since Vertigo made us, say, Arizona Sunshine 1 and 2, and they made this, if you've played Arizona Sunshine, you know that you go into every trailer, every house, every building, every diner, and you open every cabinet, every drawer. You look under the stove, you look in the medicine cabinet, you go in the bathroom, you look under the sink. You look everywhere. And you're constantly trying to find ammo and health and whatever else you can find. This game really doesn't do that. Everything you need is pretty much on the path you're on. Very rarely does venturing off into an area ever pay off. And it doesn't pay off by much. You may find a couple of bullets laying over there, or a couple, there's not much. The game does not give ammo with both hands. Ammo is given out just as you need it. I will say, I played it on the normal setting, and there was enough ammo to do what I needed to do. And when there was if you walk into an area and you find a bunch of ammo, and you're just stocking up ammo, you're about to use it. Something's about to pop off. So let that be a sign. If you start grabbing ammo, oh, this is cool, it'll be like, wait a minute, somebody's trying to kill me. And sure enough, they are. There were also some parts of this game that were just scary. I mean, freaked me out. It's not a horror game. I wouldn't call it a horror game by any stretch of the imagination, but it still scared the snot out of me multiple occasions. And that's not even counting the spiders. Yes, there's spiders. At one point towards the end of the game, I thought I heard a rattlesnake, like, and I was like, if they add snakes to this game too, I'm out. I mean, spiders, one thing. Snakes too, I'm out. But there were no snakes. I guess that's a spoiler. But the spiders were a trip. Apparently, arachnophobia is a real thing. There are people out there that just freak the sight of a spider. So I guess word got around. People started freaking out about these spiders. And so they released a patch that you can turn the spiders, remove them from the game, apparently. I didn't try that. I don't know what it does, because there's two different types of spiders in the game. The smaller ones, which are still about this big, I mean, they cover your entire hand. You can just smash them, and they just kind of crawl on you. You see them go, it freaks you out when it happens. Or if you go to grab something and you see it on your hand, like I said, you just smash it and it kills it. They don't hurt you. But there's another spider in there, and they're about that big, and they jump on your face, and they with the claws, and they will kill you. So I don't know how, if the patch removes those spiders too, because those spiders are integral to the game. They're the enemy that you have to fight in more than one part of this game. They come up. They pop up I'd say about 4 different times. And they start off with they give you a little taste of the spider, but by the time you get to that last encounter, yeah, there's a lot of them. And they're not shy about coming at you. They're aggressive. So I don't think they can remove those spiders. But maybe they did, I don't know. And maybe you just walk through that part of the game, no problem, I don't know. Or maybe they replaced it with somebody else. Maybe there's human AI enemies in there to fight. I don't know. But you got to at least try the spiders once. If they freak you out, turn them off, see what happens. But yeah, there's some supernatural elements to the game. There are some people, I call them shadow people. They just look like black shadows, and they kind of poofed away at times, and they appear to be like ghosts of people who have died from the past or things that have happened in the past, because they're still acting out stuff that happened from back in that time period. And they can kill you if you get too close to them. You start seeing the screen get splotchy black, splotchy, and it starts getting darker and darker. If that's the case, you got to get out of there, because you will die if you stick around them too long. You just got to kind of keep going by them. But yeah, they're a crazy game. But the graphics, let's talk graphics. Graphics were good. Graphics were on point. Very sharp looking. The NPCs that you interact with, that you talk to, they look very good. Their mouths move with the words. Their eyes blink normally. I mean, it looks real. I mean, they look pretty close to real. I mean, they look good. In contrast to when you're walking through a lot of the game, there's parts where there's a lot of dead bodies. The graphics on those, like that, it's not like you looked at them and thought, oh, that's really a dead body. I mean, it didn't look that real, but it was gross. There was parts that made you kind of go, ugh. But the graphics were better on the living NPCs versus the dead corpses that you traps through. But it's, I mean, like I said, all in all, still a solid looking game. Let's see, what else? The weapons handled well. Like I said, the shootouts were a lot of fun. Just don't get carried away with the ammo. If you go to shoot somebody, and don't shoot them 5 extra times once they're down, just to kind of like, take that. You're going to need those 5 extra bullets. You get a lot of cool weapons in this. You get a sidearm pistol, you get an AK-47, you get a shotgun, a semi-automatic shotgun, was kind of a futuristic-y looking one, which was pretty cool. You get a crossbow, and for the first time game I've ever had, you get a blowgun where you actually shoot darts. And you basically just put it up to your mouth, and once you put it up to your mouth, you pull the trigger and it shoots the dart. And the darts are very powerful. But if you don't have it up to your mouth, if you just try to push it down here and shoot, it won't fire. You got to have it up at your mouth. So that was cool. The one thing about the game that makes it hard to compare graphics to Alex is Alex a lot of it takes place outside, so you can see the sky, you can see the sun, you see rays and stuff, you see a lot of different things. In this game, you're underground the entire time. There are a couple of times where you're on ground level, but you're still in a building, because you can see the sun coming in some places. And there was one point I thought, hey, I'm going to go outside, but you don't. You're indoors the entire time. So, and you go down these stairs, down. You keep going down. I thought I was going to wind up in hell at one point. I mean, there was times I just kept going down and down and down and down. And that adds to the creepiness factor that you're kind of trapped under there, that you're kind of stuck in this world and you can't get out. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. The sound was amazing to me in this game. There are these creatures that come after you that you can hear them. They travel through the walls in these vents, and you can see where the vents have been busted open where they come out. And there may be 5 or 6 vents in this big area. Well, they come out, they get you, they jump back in the vents. And there's places where you can hear them running around behind you, and there's one over there. But then there might be more than one, and so you're hearing them both directions. And you can start to feel the anxiety starts to build up. The music starts ramping up. And you know something's about to happen. When you hear the music, if you hear that music start going, it's about to happen. Plus, you just found a bunch of ammo in these other crates over here or whatever. Yeah, it's about to happen. So, but it was fun. And like I said, there was times where I got downright spooked, not only by the creatures, by the shadow people. Sometimes they let out these screams and stuff is happening. It was crazy. It was a crazy game. Very well put together, very well thought out. So the question is it worth $40? I would say absolutely it's worth $40. I've paid $60 for a lot of flat screen games back in the day that nowhere near as good as this. So for $40, yeah, and plus it took me about 10 hours to finish it. So I mean, you're getting a full-length AAA title type deal. I've played some Call of Duty. One time I got one for Christmas, one of the Call of Duty several years ago, and I was like, okay, cool, and I popped it in. I mean, I played it like 2 different play sessions. I was done with it, So this one took me almost 2 weeks, because I don't play every day. Sometimes I got stuff, I got stuff going on. Sometimes I can't play every day, but I'm going to knock out an hour, knock out 2 hours, knock out an hour. So yeah, it took me about a week and a half, actually, I guess. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a great time. I can't recommend it enough. So I would say support the company that made this, so they'll make us some more. We got to support, if you want to be a VR guy and you want to have cool VR stuff, we got to support the companies that make the VR stuff. So get out there, pick you up a copy of Metro, whether it's on PC, PlayStation, Metro, Meta. Pick it up there. It's a solid game. I think you'll enjoy it. If you get a little queasy with the spiders, turn them off, see what happens. But I think you're still gonna have to fight those big ones. Can't think of too much else to talk about on this game. As far as tips and tricks go, I already mentioned some. Like I said, the ammo is very sparing in this game. If you do have a shootout with a bunch of enemies, human enemies, where they're shooting back at you, they got guns. Once you're done, go around and pick up all their guns. Pick up and just remove the magazines, put them in your pouch. You got like a pouch in the front where whatever gun you're holding, just reach in the pouch. It'll pull out the right ammo or magazine to put in the gun. So just go around and grab those guns, remove the magazine, stick it in your pouch. It's a pistol, drop it out, put it in your pouch. You'll find bolts for your crossbow. You'll find, did I mention that there's a crossbow too in this game? I think I may have forgot about that. Yeah, there's a crossbow too. Oh, no, I think I did. I don't know. Anyway, crossbow's pretty cool. You'll find these different things laying around. But like I said, the ammo it's given out as you need it. So don't get carried away with it. There are some stealthy aspects of the game. You can sneak through parts of the game if you don't want to go head to head and just fight these people. I always chose to fight them, so I don't know what happens if you try to go stealth. I like a good shootout. That's why I'm in there. So maybe I'll go back and try it one day and just try to sneak my way through it. I don't know. But I get tired of just sitting there after a while. It's like, all right, I got this gun. I got plenty of bullets. I'm going to use them. If you want to see some of the game, if you look through my live stream section there, I did play it I was going to play it for 30 minutes. That was my goal. And just the first 30 minutes, and then I was going to stop and everybody kind of see what it was about. I stopped because one of my buddies was trying to get in touch with me, and I looked at my clock, and I had played like 58 minutes. I'd already gone way past the 30 minutes because time went by really quick in the game. And I was having a good time, and I had a good time until the very end. So get out there and pick you up a copy of Metro. I'd give it a good solid 9 out of 10. Yeah, a couple of little minor glitches that didn't really amount to anything. Like I said, just quick fix, boom, boom. Like I said, it was audio cut out one time, but I think I may have saved and done something and went back in the audio. Like something may have happened prior to that audio cutting out, but it never did it again. So there you go. And then get stuck in that box. Well, whatever. Easy fix. So, but I would like to have had more shootouts with the human enemies. I would like to have more of that. That was a lot of fun. The creatures were scary. Not just spiders. They got all kinds. There are different creatures in there you got to fight too. And they come to play. So be ready. But yeah, other than that, I would say yes, definitely a solid 9 out of 10, maybe even 9.5. It was close to a perfect game for me. So get out there and pick you up a copy. Peace. Be nice to everybody. It don't cost nothing. Peace.